If those who support the Green New Deal get their way, we'll all be riding high-speed rail instead of taking to the friendly skies for our travel around these United States in the next decade. However, they may want to think twice, and the progressive bastion of California is a perfect example of why. Years ago, the state decided high-speed rail from Los Angeles to San Francisco was needed, but earlier this week, Governor Gavin Newsom announced he was pulling the plug on the program. His reason? It had become, quote, too costly. Just how costly, though? According to reports, it was set to cost taxpayers $77 billion and wouldn't be completed until 2033 at best, and the cost was actually likely to balloon to $100 billion and not be completed on time. However, Merced to Bakersfield, get ready, high-speed rail is coming to you. Since construction had already begun in the Central Valley. As for that too costly claim, it's bad when progressives like Gavin Newsom have to give up on a project. He isn't wrong in this case, though, because voters approved a ballot measure in 2008 for $10 billion, not $77 billion, $10 billion in funding. The rest of the funding was supposed to have come from federal and or private donations to complete the project. That's not a bad deal, except for the small fact that no one stepped up to the plate to prove said private funding would actually happen. Nothing has changed since passage of the bill, as private funding never came. The only contribution to the project came from Obama's administration in 2009, where a whopping $3.5 billion was given to the project from the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act. Not surprisingly, this is just the latest in federal dollars from that act that have failed to produce desired results. But the real question is if this is just a failure that leads to progress, or a cautionary tale that stops the boondoggle of the Green New Deal right in its tracks. This has been By the Numbers. I'm Andrew Coppins, and you can follow me on Twitter @TheCoppins Show.